Welcome back to another episode of Rank It, Draft It, Bracket. I am Josh. I'm here with my good buddy Derek, and today we have a special guest. Our friend Alex has joined us for today's video. On episode today, we are doing the best TV shows. We're going to go over best TV shows, and we're going to do a draft. So, Derek, I'm going to kick it to you to explain the concept here.
Yeah, just to add a little competition here. Basically, we're drafting shows that we get to watch, for the rest of our lives, and that a show that I draft, Josh and Alex, neither of you could ever watch again. And so we're going to do, two Netflix shows, two HBO shows, two network shows, one Disney show, one show either from Hulu, Amazon Prime, or Apple TV, I guess. And then we have two flex, options to throw in there. And that's really about it. I think, we're going to do a snake draft and draft the 10 shows here.
Yeah. So, again, hitting the major streaming services, there wasn't a whole lot of originals to choose from with Hulu, Prime, and Apple. So that's why we just kind of combined them all into one. And that is the kicker, too, is that these are originals. So you can get a bunch of these on, you can see a bunch of these on Prime or Hulu or Netflix. Obviously has a bunch of, shows that originally aired on other networks or channels, but we're talking only originals. And if you want one of those shows, that's where you got to slot it in your flex or the network, which is basically all cable TV stuff. So, Derek, you and I kind of discussed this off air before. Like, we're some semi comfortable with like where we think the other person's going to be going and our taste. But Alex, you're the true wild card here. So why don't you go ahead and kick it off with pick number one here?
All right. Yeah, like you said, I mean, stuff I don't really know, but Derek likes. I mean, I only know what you like, so we'll see how it goes. But first pick, I'm going HBO, going Silicon Valley.
Wow. Okay. Silicon Valley.
I was pretty sure that you guys both like that show, and I love it, so I thought that would be good.
Silicon Valley. Interesting. 1-1 Silicon Valley. Okay, I'm gonna put that on our draft board here. Which, wow, that leaves me with I wasn't really sure where you were gonna go. I wasn't really sure where you were gonna go at all, Alex. But I was not expecting that. So I know now that I'm at least gonna get two of my top shows here. I'm just gonna start it off with my first network pick, which is gonna be The Office. Going with The Office for my first pick. Classic. Can watch it over and over again. That's what I'm going with.
Maybe this is not the time for this conversation, but as you get older, does Michael not like annoy you more? Or
I think the more I've watched it, what I've recognized more is that Dwight becomes less of like villain, bad guy, whatever you want to call him, in the show, and Jim kind of takes that place. Like Pam is awful. The more you rewatch it, Pam is like an awful character, and Jim is kind of just like whatever. But Dwight becomes more likable. That's my main takeaway.
Okay.
All right, to you for two, Derek.
All right. So first, I'm going position scarcity here, taking the Mandalorian.
I'm disappointed, but
it's the only thing I have written down under my Disney section here. So I'm glad to come out with that.
I almost went there number two for that specific exact reason. Was I did not know where to go. Now, man, I'm going to be scrapping for my Disney Plus pick now.
Let's see. So, all right. So let's see. I think I'm going to take Game of Thrones also.
I figured that was where you were going to go with. I thought you would go there with three.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty rewatchable, pretty good. And I mean, since Silicon Valley wasn't there, I think I have to go with Game of Thrones.
Absolutely. Okay. Back to me for number two. I have a couple different places I can go here. I think what I'm going to do is I already have a network. I'm going to take, in my opinion, the best Netflix show, which is Stranger Things. Season 4 coming out on Friday. So I'm excited for that. Friday from today when we're recording, at least. So Stranger Things going number two for my second pick, rather. And Alex, let's head over to you for two more picks.
Okay. Second pick, I'm gonna go network. I think I'm gonna go Breaking Bad.
It's a good pick.
It's a great
pick. I was debating between that or Stranger Things there at my second pick. That's a great pick.
Yeah, I absolutely love that show. And then I'm gonna go a bit of scarcity too with Hulu, Prime, and Apple. I'm gonna go with The Boys with Prime.
Another great pick. Yeah, I
Yeah.
that was my highest rated um Hulu, Prime, Apple category there as well. Gosh, now where do I go? Where do I go? I could go with my second Netflix, but I'm pretty positive that I'm gonna get my third favorite Netflix show like whenever I want it. I'm 99% sure neither of you have watched it and will pick it, so I might skip that, and I might just go to. Gosh, I might go to again position scarcity, which I'm gonna have to go way down the board here, but I think I am gonna do it, which is I'm gonna take Ted Lasso for my fill up my Hulu, Prime, and Apple category as well. It wasn't exactly the next ranked pick for me show, but it's going to be drying up real quick. So Ted Lasso for me. Now over for you, Derek.
All right. Well, now I don't have to take a Hulu Prime Apple TV show for a while, I guess. Unless you guys are taking a bunch with your flex
That's
options.
true. Yep.
Oh man, let me look at my big board here. I think. I think I'm going to, I guess, fill up my HBO slot, and this is potentially a questionable decision here. I'm gonna go True Detective though.
It's a good one.
Second season not as good. Third season kind of different.
Yeah.
But they're still making it. Fourth season I think is on the book. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with to double up on dramas here from HBO.
I like the pick. I do. I mean, season 2 was kind of whatever, but it wasn't bad either. So I like season 1 and 3. I thought they were both really good.
Oh, and then I guess I'm up again, right?
You are. Yep. Round 4 for you, Derek.
All right. All right. I'm going to go with Netflix show, and I'm going to go with The Witcher.
Good pick.
I think, I'm trying to kind of balance, some of my strategy here is balancing shows that are still ongoing, balance shows that are closed. And I think that's what I'm going to go with for Netflix here.
Well, you said you mentioned drama for the True Detective, but you're going very fantastical sci-fi there, Derek, for your three out of your 4 picks, which is I love it. I will never shy away from that. So I'm going to continue the kind of sci-fi string here with you, which is I'm going to take my second network pick, which is The Walking Dead. I'm going to go with The Walking Dead for my 4th pick and fill up my network category there. So, Alex, where are you going here for 2 more picks, round 4 and 5?
Okay. I'm gonna go to Netflix first. I'm gonna do Ozark. I know, Josh, you don't feel too highly about that, but I absolutely love Ozark, so I had to do it.
Yeah, I figured you were going to take Ozark there. I wasn't worried about that one.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll go network again, and I'm doing Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. Okay. I've heard. I know what Peaky Blinders is. I've just never have sat down and watched it yet. It's on my list though. But Derek, are you a Peaky Blinders fan? Have you made the effort to watch it?
I got like maybe 4 or 5 episodes in, and then it just never grabbed me. But so maybe not quite the value you were looking for there, but still probably a pretty good pick.
Yeah, I know it's very popular. Like a lot of people really do enjoy it. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, I enjoy it, but
and now you never can.
Yep. No, I never will ever. Oh man. Okay. Back to me. Let's look at my board here. Okay. So we each have one of our Netflix shows there. Again, I'm pretty confident in my Netflix show. The Witcher was my second Netflix show, Derek, but I think I can wait for my second actually on the board. I'm going to put up there. I'm going to go with another HBO show here, or I guess my first HBO show rather. And I'm going to take Westworld, which again, season 4 confirmed coming back, or I think it's the final season coming back here soon. So I did not have a HBO show yet. So I'm going to go with Westworld for me.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
So let's see here. I'm going to go with Yellowstone as one of my network shows here. Big fan. And let's just knock out network at least. And I'm going to go with Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Okay. The first like real, well, no, just kidding. We had The Office. I was going to say that's our second like comedy related
Yeah.
show here. So, which is kind of interesting. I when I was going through my list, I did rank like, other than The Office, I ranked like kind of prioritize the comedies a little bit lower too for whatever reason. I guess if it was just more of like, if I'm going to be watching these over and over and over again for the rest of my life, right? These 10 shows, like I could still get comedic relief, I think, in some other point of my life, maybe. But
I mean,
with the storytelling and other stuff, with some of these other shows, I rank that higher. But what did either of you, when you're putting your draft boards, was it just all over the place? Did you kind of prioritize comedy or any particular like genre?
I probably only have like a couple comedies. I kind of just did like what I liked, and something I would want to watch for forever, I guess.
I was coming into this thinking I was just trying to go balance for each of the two, options, like do a drama, do a comedy. Obviously that didn't really work out with HBO so far, but
Yeah.
that was at least my initial thought when I was kind of setting up my board.
Right. Okay. So I need another Netflix, another HBO, still need Disney Plus. 2 flex spots open still. I could add a network here. Man, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna take one of my flex spots actually, and I'm gonna go with Mad Men for my 6th pick, round 6 pick. Mad Men in my first flex.
Never seen that one. Never made it to that one yet.
Yeah, me either.
I went through a string of AMC shows at one point where I was just binging Breaking Bad, Walking Dead, Mad Men, Hell on Wheels, all those old ones.
Oh, I forgot about Hell on Wheels. That was a good show.
All right, Alex, back to you.
Okay. Let's go back to Netflix. Still have one Netflix, right? Yeah, so I'm going to do Umbrella Academy.
It's a good one.
Okay.
So
I have that on my list.
Umbrella Academy. That one's I think they was a season 3. I just saw
3
something
is
about
coming
too,
out.
so-
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. All right. And then round 7 for you, Alex, again.
Oh, okay. Trying to knock out Disney Plus. I'm gonna do WandaVision.
Okay.
Disney Plus.
That's a good one as well. I had that on my list. It was a little lower, but still
I
had
think-
it on there.
I think out of all the Marvel like series they have, I think that's the best that I've liked the most, at least. I mean, they're all good, but I really enjoyed that one.
No, yeah, I think that was, other than Captain or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That I think WandaVision was the second one they did, even the second
Yeah.
series. So I enjoyed it. I did like it a lot too. All right, so now both of you have your Disney Plus picks, so I can kind of wait on that. I'm waiting on Netflix. I think I might just have to go with my second HBO here because I think I know where I want to go to end this, and I have a bunch of options here. I could go.
Go big.
I don't know if I want. So I'll talk this through with you both on here. I'm thinking either Band of Brothers or Deadwood are both on there. There's still Eastbound and Down. That's a good one. All the way down to Euphoria. I have Entourage. A bunch of choices here. I think I think I am going to go with Band of Brothers for my HBO show and my pick here. Even though it was just like a limited series, one season again, essentially, like it was really good. It was very well done. Band of Brothers is going to be my second HBO and my round 7 pick. So to you, Derek.
Did you guys, just quick aside here, have any shows like Netflix shows that are like dubbed or that you like considered?
I did consider two Netflix shows that might be considered one Netflix show that is in a different
Gotcha.
language than I normally speak. Yes.
Okay, because I was really considering one, but it does kind of bug me. Like I watch it on closed captioning because I'm old, and so like I'm reading it, the words are different, their mouth is different.
Mhm.
It's kind of a lot to reconcile there. So I was just wondering if that was considered by
Derek,
you guys.
you're not old for the subtitles and closed captioning. You're elite.
Oh, there we
You're
go.
elite. Everybody should be watching with subtitles, whether it's a show or a movie. No, absolutely.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna knock out Netflix. I'm gonna go with a sort of a comedy, I guess, and go with The Ranch.
Okay.
I thought it was
Ashton
pretty
Kutcher,
good.
right?
Yeah, Ashton Kutcher,
Mhm.
the rapist until they kicked him off, Hyde or whatever from that 70s show. So, but overall, I thought it was, pretty entertaining, pretty funny at times. So
Is
we're
that
gonna
why
go with
he's not
that.
coming back? Is that why he's not going to be back? That actor
Uh-huh.
on the '90s show that's coming out now?
Probably.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know. I had no idea. Interesting. I was like, why are they bringing everybody back except for him, Hyde? I was like,
Yeah.
that makes sense now. Okay. Side note. Anyways, okay, you have so we all have or if you guys both have your two Netflix. Again, I'm the only one that has dipped my toes into the flex realm here. So you guys both have still, a lot of options to go with. But let's finish off these last three rounds here now. Derek, round 8 for you.
Um, I'm gonna go with a flex here, and this was something I like watching with my wife, and was very much a pandemic thing, but highly entertaining. And the Great British Bake Off.
It's a good show. That's yeah. I've watched only a handful of episodes, but I know a lot of people love it. They
Very
love that
entertaining.
show.
Big fan. So
Yeah,
we're gonna go with that.
Where do you stand, Alex, on like cooking shows in general?
I'm not a huge fan of them, but the cooking channel, like the food channel, is awesome. Honestly.
For sure. I recently have gotten into like watching like a bunch of Gordon Ramsay shows, just because he's like hilarious when he's not yelling at me, obviously.
Right.
And so
Master
and
Chef is really good.
yeah, the food looks like amazing. It really does. So that's a good pick. All right, I have let's see, Netflix, Disney Plus, and a Flex. I think I know I'm going with both of them, other than Disney Plus. So I am going to take my Disney Plus show here. I'm down between basically my top two choices left are Loki and the Book of Boba Fett. Didn't really love. I'm the biggest Star Wars nerd you'll ever meet, so that should be an easy decision for me with Book of Boba Fett. However, I didn't really love the first like few episodes when it really was just focused on Boba Fett. Once it really became like the Mandalorian season 2.5, like it was
Yeah.
like ideal,
Yeah.
loved it. So that's really what's like taken me, making it hard to like, do I just go with Loki, which I think the whole season, in season 1 as a whole was better, but I loved the again second half of Band of Brothers, Book of Boba Fett. I think I am just going to go with the volume season here, and it's coming back for season 2. I'm going to go with Loki for my Disney Plus show and my round 8 pick. So let's see, Alex, to you for 2 more picks.
All right. Just gonna get my HBO out. I'm gonna go with Barry.
How are you liking Barry? I just started Barry because I know season 3 just came out, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are really into it. How do you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was really funny. I've only seen the first season, so I still
Okay.
need to watch the second season. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the first season a lot. I thought it was funny. It was good.
Yeah, I've only had a
Haters-
couple
haters
episodes in.
first.
Mhm.
So
Bill Hader's great. I love Bill Hader.
yeah.
Okay, pick 9 for you.
Okay. I just need flex, right?
You got 2 flex spots open. Yeah, so you're essentially open to anything, any channel, any streaming service you still got here.
I already have Breaking Bad, so I'm gonna go. I don't know if you guys enjoyed this show, but I'm going to go with Lost.
Okay.
I had it on my list. It was
Same
it was
here.
low, but I had it on
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Obviously, the ending is horrible, but it's a great show.
I think it was third for me after Breaking Bad and Yellowstone on my network
Okay.
drama
Wow,
list.
really?
Yeah.
I know, Derek, you and I had talked about that. I went back and I didn't watch it live, when it was on hand, many years ago, but I went back and binged it. And like the first couple, two, maybe three seasons were like best show on TV type
Mhm.
seasons. And then
Phenomenal,
it kind of
yeah.
just got a little wayward there. Like you said, the end was a little iffy,
Yeah.
to say the least. Hey, but we all like Game of Thrones still, and we can ignore that last season.
Yeah, I
so.
remember watching Lost on my like streaming, but when I was still getting Netflix DVDs in the mail. So that
Yeah.
tells you, how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna fill out my last flex spot here. Derek, I know for sure you have watched some, if not all of this show. I don't know if you've gotten through it yet. We talked about it many times. Again, I'm the biggest Star Wars nerd most people will meet. I saved this for network and not Disney Plus because it did not initially come out on Disney Plus, which is just obviously a couple years old. However, the final season was on Disney Plus, and that is the Clone Wars. A lot of people think, oh, it's a kid's show, it's animated, whatever. To me, it's my favorite Star Wars like media. Period. Like over any movie, even The Mandalorian, I will watch Clone Wars from start to finish. 7 great seasons. I'm glad they brought it back and finished it on Disney Plus. It's the only thing kid about it is that it's animated. There's like war crimes after war crimes and decapitations and violence in it. So being a Star Wars nerd, had to go with the Clone. I would be disappointed if I left the Clone Wars, which is one of my favorite shows, to just go back and rewatch. Have that as my second to last pick. So Derek, to you, I guess let me ask you, Derek, did you get through the Clone Wars yet? I know
So I think I'm still in like season like 5. I'm
okay.
Every now and then I remember it, and then I'll watch a few episodes while I'm working, like on my iPad or something. But then the iPad will die, and then I'll forget about it for a month, and then kind of come back to it. But it is very good. It is highly entertaining.
Yeah, I loved it. Okay, you got 2 picks left here, Derek, to finish off your board. You are needing your Hulu, Prime, or Apple TV, and then a flex. Where are you going?
Man, I wish maybe a few picks ago I'd offered like a trade to Alex for like the rest of my picks for Silicon Valley or something like that. But let's see here. Okay, so Hulu, Prime. I'm gonna go with Prime, and I'm gonna go with Jack Ryan.
Okay.
Big fan of that. I've read most of those books, so just seeing it, come to TV a little different than a lot of the movies that have been out there for it. Pretty good. And then with that same universe and whatever that Michael B. Jordan movie was that's in that I totally just spaced on the movie.
Creed.
No, I don't know. It'll come to me in a second, but it's like an action movie where he's like,
it's not like the Tom Clancy universe, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so that's in the same universe as Jack Ryan.
Got it.
So I'm really hoping that they bring him into the show at some point. So this is kind of a little bit of a speculative pick as well, going with Jack Ryan.
Okay. And then your final pick here, you got a flex. What network, what streaming service you going? No, maybe I'll try to guess it. Tell me what channel, and I'll see if I can.
So
come up with that.
I am between HBO and Netflix here.
Okay. If I had to say HBO for you, I know you watched Deadwood. I know you enjoyed Deadwood. I don't know if that's where you're going. I think more Eastbound and Down is probably where you would go for HBO, because I know your humor as well. Netflix, I don't know. There's a bunch of Netflix shows left. So I truly have no idea where you would go if it was Netflix, actually.
So I don't think we've done a lot of this yet. Taking shows that, maybe just out of spite, just to say like, hey, you can't watch this because it's my show.
Sure.
And I'm going to go, very speculative here. I don't know if this is within our rules, but House of the Dragon.
Well, you can't take House of the Dragon. It's not on yet.
It doesn't matter.
I would have taken Obi-Wan Kenobi with the first pick ever then, if that's what
the rules weren't defined, so you can't watch it. So
House of the Dragon. That's like a year away still.
I think it was this fall. I thought I saw, but
okay. Well, I got a little excited, but wow, I'm not sure how I feel about that pick there.
It was pretty much specifically directed at you. So
I mean, I'm excited for it, but I wasn't even
I
thinking
should have
about it.
thought of Kenobi. I didn't think through all
Yeah.
that.
Well, I can't go
Uh,
with Kenobi now because I don't have anywhere to put it. Um, man, you just threw me off my whole game here. Well, I'm going to go with my final Netflix pick here, which I knew I was saving. I knew neither of you were going to go with it, but I encourage both of you to watch it if you like food, which I do, and in particular if you like tacos, which I do, which is the Taco Chronicles. It is all in Spanish, which doesn't matter. Again, watch it with subtitles and translations, anyways. But the Taco Chronicles, 2 seasons, absolutely an amazing show. They go through every type of meat that you could imagine from down in Mexico City throughout the rest of the country. They show you how it's made. If you're not hungry when you start watching it, your mouth will be watering by the end of the episode. It's phenomenal. So I have watched through that at least twice, and it just makes me hungry each time.
I've
So
never heard of that.
I'm going Taco Chronicles on Netflix for my last pick. And Alex, we're to you for the last pick in our draft here.
All right. So I'm actually gonna do for my last place. It's a Prime show. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I've been watching it a lot recently, so it's kind of this recency bias. But it's called Grimm, Grimm. It's a sci-fi show. I absolutely love it.
I think I'd heard of it, but it was not one of the shows that I wrote down for Prime. It's sci-fi though, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's right up my alley for sure.
It's kind of cheesy, but I don't know. I like it. I'm definitely engaged in it.
For sure. Okay. Well, hey, that brings us to the end of the draft here. We had some surprising picks, some controversy. Alex, let me ask you, if you could not pick your selections there, which one out of mine and Derek's would you go with?
Probably Mandalorian.
Okay, going with Mandalorian. Yeah, I that was a good pick for me. Derek, what about I know you had already mentioned Silicon Valley as your target, but I know you're a big Breaking Bad fan as well. But where else would you have gone? Which one of those shows that Alex and I have that you would target?
I mean, to be honest, like I only would have taken Ted Lasso on your list.
Okay.
And I think Lost, Breaking Bad, and Silicon Valley were really the only ones I kind of considered for Alex's list.
I really like Breaking Bad. I really like The Boys. I thought The Boys was good. That was the top of my Prime category. Obviously love Game of Thrones, The Witcher, but I was okay with letting that one go too. So yeah, I mean we have quite a representation here. We got a lot of like dramas. We have a somewhat of a documentary in there with my Taco Chronicles pick. We got another kind of reality show with the Great British Bake Off, some comedies. Let me ask you, Derek, what's like your next best show, next best available that you had on there that we didn't, nobody picked?
So I mean, one of the shows at least that we didn't mention, or two shows from HBO we didn't mention, were Curb and Veep. Both of those were listed on my comedies. I guess the kind of subtitle was Money Heist. I don't know if you've watched that on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it. I know what show it is, though.
I found that highly entertaining. Also like Lupin. It's like a French show, but it's an English show.
Mhm.
And then I just finished watching this show on Apple TV called Slow Horses. Kind of a British spy-ish kind of show. Like anti-James Bond almost, like it's like a bunch of like shitty spies basically. And that was pretty entertaining.
What about you, Alex? What were some of the top shows that you had left?
Well, I was gonna do Better Call Saul for one of my flex, but I already had Breaking Bad, so I didn't want to like double down there. I also had Book of Boba Fett on my list. I was thinking about South Park as well.
Yeah. Along those like animated comedy, I had Family Guy and Bob's Burgers as coming up on my list. I like those ones. An older one that did not end gracefully because they tried to bring it back for another season on a new network, was Scrubs. But I loved the first 8 seasons of Scrubs. We don't talk about the last season. That's fine. So I had Scrubs on there. I used to love that show. Some other like net streaming service shows that I thought were super popular and I enjoyed was like Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I don't know if either of you like that one.
That was good.
I was on board as well.
I was going to need a ruling on this one too, and that was Narcos. If I went with Narcos, because there's technically 2 different shows. There's Narcos and then Narcos Mexico. I don't know if I would have gotten both of them or not. But anyways,
they're different shows. You have to choose a different option on Netflix. So
I probably wouldn't have though. I would have. You took House of the Dragon, so I probably would have just taken them both. Here is again the last one I'll say before we read off our channels essentially that we're watching our shows. Way back in the day, this show got me through like summer break in like 8th grade, just watching reruns. That was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Absolutely loved that show. wake up and just watch it like every day, all the reruns they had. So Buffy was my throwback essentially. Okay, let's close out here and look at the shows that we will be watching for the rest of our lives, and the other 2 will not. So we're going to start with Alex. Alex went with Silicon Valley, Breaking Bad, The Boys, Ozark, Peaky Blinders, Umbrella Academy, WandaVision, Barry, Lost, and Grimm. My listing is The Office, Stranger Things, Ted Lasso, The Walking Dead, Westworld, Mad Men, Band of Brothers, Loki, The Clone Wars, and Taco Chronicles. And then Derek closing us out with The Mandalorian, Game of Thrones, True Detective, The Witcher, Yellowstone, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Ranch, The Great British Bake Off, Jack Ryan, and then we'll let him watch House of the Dragon when it premieres this fall on HBO. So yeah, a lot of good shows. I still had a bunch written down. I was almost worried that I was like, did I have enough like on my big board, to get through? But I truly wasn't sure Alex's palette there and his taste of shows, but there's a lot of definitely some crossover there for me too. And Derek, I know as well. So Alex, thanks for joining us tonight. And, thanks for everybody watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Let us know who won.
Yeah, absolutely. Some interesting choices here. So I'm definitely interested to see whose channel listing is going to be the most popular. So yeah, again, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.